When Japan's so-called economic bubble burst at the start of the 1990s, most businesses were hit hard. International Security Service, a private bodyguard agency for VIPs, was one of the few exceptions. Its president says that his crimes against corporate executives have increased, with a record 18 assaults and 3 murders in the past 2 years alone. The demand for his services has also grown.
Ever since the anti-organized crime bill was passed in 1992, Japan's legislative authorities have been trying to sever the relationship between Japan's businesses and organized crime syndicates. The authorities are preventing these syndicates from collecting extortion money.
But at the same time authorities have been trying to stop extortion, local banks have been trying to collect money from these gangsters, or yakuza as they're known here in Japan. According to the finance ministry, during the bubble years, banks handed out well over $100 billion in loans. And while no one knows for sure, it's widely believed that perhaps 10% of those loans may have been lent to the yakuza.
They were good at getting money, not so good at managing it. So now the banks are calling in those bad debts, and the yakuza don't want to give them up. So there's a great deal of tension out there in the financial community over how to get this money back.
At times, that tension has gotten out of control. Most recently in September, an executive director of the Sumitomo Bank, one of Japan's major financial institutions, was murdered in front of his apartment. The victim was one of those in charge of calling in Sumitomo's bad loans. International Security Service clients include automobile executives, court witnesses, attorneys, and government officials. But in the near future, President YAHARA expects he'll be hearing more from bank executives, because if Japan's financial institutions continue to attempt to collect from the yakuza, there is little doubt trouble won't be far away. Andrea Koppel, CNN, Tokyo.